Stephen Marshall, you must resign now and compensate the 124 families that have lost their loved ones due to your actions this past month. From the start of this crisis and for 2 years now, you have embraced this one narrative that has destroyed our businesses, our livelihoods and well-being. You have stated various times that this virus is lethal and could wipe out the entire population. You have told us that if we did not follow your orders to leave our jobs, shut down our businesses and lock up ourselves at home, that everyone could get sick and die. The first 18 months of this crisis, you have been urging South Australians to make sacrifices, to mask up, don't sing, dance, socialise, don't do anything that gives them pleasure and joy. You were saying that we are all in this together, but we were not. At that time, in South Australia, it seemed that we were doing better. As per your statements, we had only 4 people that died from this virus, and comparing with other states, we had a small number of sick people. We did our part. We all followed the absurd directions and rules you imposed to us. We made many sacrifices. Many of us lost everything to achieve and keep things to that point at that time. And though we're trying hard to maintain this, what do? You open the borders, though the situation for most of the other states around us was not good. Stephen Marshall, you opened the South Australian borders as we were doing fine, as you knew that the other states were deteriorating. You were very well aware of what could happen, but you did it anyways. And then the obvious followed. You and Nikolai Spiria started announcing thousands of very sick people and people dying from this virus. You imposed harshest restrictions, taking away and the very last hope of the South Australian people. You destroyed more businesses, Christmas and New Year celebrations for everyone. Though it was obvious what would happen. You opened the borders, and in just over a month, 124 South Australians have died because of you. If you had not done this, these people could still be alive. No matter the reason you did this, the fact is that you did, and it was your call. People have died. Therefore, you are personally responsible and liable for these deaths, and must resign now. Stephen Marshall, your actions have proven to us that you are incompetent. You're not fit to serve us. You have been inconsistent. One day you would say one thing and the next another. You have shown us that you do not know what you're doing, that you don't really believe in whatever you have been feeding us. Also, if you're really saddened and devastated about these deaths, why haven't you gone personally to meet the families affected? Give them your true and sincere condolences. Say sorry and ask for their forgiveness. If I was in your position, that would have been the first thing I would have done. Stephen Marshall, as you made the wrong call, you should personally compensate these families. You should head on to the bank and personally compensate from your own pocket the 124 families that have lost their loved ones. We know that money cannot bring these people back, but $1 million for each family would be an acceptable compensation as an apology for your failure. Stephen Marshall, if you have some dignity left and the kahunas, you will immediately take responsibility for these deaths. Resign and compensate these families. Give them a sense of justice. Can you do that? I don't think so. Actually, I'm 1,000% sure that you won't. Your kind do not care about others. You just care about yourselves. You're driven by greed and power. You feel that you are untouchable. But I will not leave this alone. I will be reminding the people of what you have done. I will be pursuing your resignation, your defeat in the next elections, and for you to personally compensate these families and any others that follow, as it is crystal clear that you are the only one to blame. Be sure you will be held accountable for everything, for any wrongdoing that you may have done. Your first and most important responsibility was to look after our well-being, but you have failed us in the worst possible way. Stephen Marshall, you must take responsibility. You must resign now and compensate these families immediately. And now a message to the others that are equally responsible for whatever we're going through. I'm talking about the Greens and Peter Malanauskas, that until now, until this point, are smiling and satisfied on where this video was going to. Peter Malanauskas, you too have failed us. You too have endorsed this one narrative that has devastated the majority of the South Australian people. You do not deserve our vote, as if you get it, if you get elected, you will be continuing and finish up the job that Stephen Marshall have started. More about you will follow in my next video. My friends, let's get rid of all of them. Remember this, we can't trust the Liberals, Labor and Greens again, as they are all in this together. If they manage to get elected, this time we are doomed. Remember my words, we are in deep trouble. Don't vote for them. Vote all of them out and vote in only people from other parties, people that have asked questions and have gone against this one narrative. That's the only hope we have, the only hope to get back to normal as we knew it. Please remember this. Thank you.